Welcome to the Constructor 12 New Features video. In this video we're going to cover the new features that have been added to the Constructor 12. The first feature we'd like to bring to your attention is the Constructor's ability to export to two new file formats. If you go to File and then Export the ladder diagram, you'll see we can now export to a portable document format known as PDF, as well as the new format created specifically for the Constructor called Portable Constructor Format, or PCF for short. Under the PDF section, you have the option to preview with the installed PDF viewer that's already on your computer. So if we click on that, now it has loaded the Adobe Reader, and here we are viewing our diagram as it would look in a PDF file. And so from here you can choose File and Save As and just call it whatever file name that you want to use, and then there you have a PDF file. The other method, under Export the Diagram, PDF, we preview with the default viewer that is built into the Constructor program. And so here we also see what our PDF file would look like. And then we go to File and choose Save As, and then name it, and then we have a PDF file available to us. The new PCF format, or the Portable Constructor format, is a great way to share your files with others that you want to work with a project on. You just simply click Save As, and then it'll create a PCF file that can be opened with the free Constructor Viewer that you can download on our website. If we choose Preview with Installed Viewer, and this option is only available if you have the Constructor Viewer installed already, and it'll take a second, it'll just load the Constructor Viewer program. And here's what our file would look like loaded in the Constructor Viewer. From within here you have the option to print, as well as create drawing objects or text objects, and then you can resave the file and it can be sent back to you to be reopened into the Constructor. One of the great advantages to the Constructor PCF format is you can simulate your circuits as you would normally in the Constructor. So here we have switched our switch to on here, and you can see the power flow, and it'll run just as it would in the Constructor. In the Constructor Viewer, you can also choose to split the screen, and here you have access to the Active Help system, which is specifically set up for helping you learn how to use the Constructor Viewer. You can also, if any workbook material has been saved in a Constructor file, that when you save it and export it, you can also access that information by choosing the Display the Workbook icon here. And then here's the workbook material that was saved with that file prior to exporting it to a PCF. So this is a great resource for teachers and students, and for contractors and their customers, as well as for any training purposes you might want to use it for. Another enhancement made to the Constructor 12 is the ability for drawing objects to be displayed during simulation. So any kind of lines, squares, circles, text objects can also be displayed. These objects will be visible during your simulation mode. So as we scroll down here, we see that we have some lines that were used for creating a mechanical interlock. These lines will now be displayed as you're testing your circuit. Many new symbols have also been added to the Constructor 12. If we open our symbol library, under the library New Symbols for Constructor 12, you have more than 80 new additional symbols available to you, most of them in the IEC category. We have a few new symbol classes, including a single pole double throw switch with center off. We have a double pole double throw switch with center off, as well as a single pole double throw contact with center off. And all these symbols that you see in the Constructor 12, these will also be available to you in the All Symbols library. This concludes our tutorial for the Constructor 12 new features.